Hello guys, and welcome to part 2. Today I'm in airfield map, and I just want to, in the Object 430 version 2. As you can see, this turret can only turn 180 degrees to the front, and I'm on airfield because I'm going to show you a couple of changes to it. Right here you can see you can actually drive through this part now. You don't have to go through the water anymore, which is very nice. You see, you can actually have battles here and not be swamped down, and tank destroyers can not get flanked easy. That's overall a good improvement. Um, Also, I believe up here, like right up here, there has been more vegetation added. Not entirely sure, but that's what the notes say. Is somewhere on this hill there's been more vegetation added to give better camo for, I'm guessing, from the middle. Or is it over there that more one of these hills has received more vegetation. Not sure which one, but might be that one back there. The big thing is that over here, if you had a light enough tank, you could drive over and get to the secret area over here, and that is no longer the case. There is now boulders or something blocking the way, so no longer able to do that, which is kind of crappy. This also looks like a little bit more vegetation. I usually didn't go over here because, I mean, this is a big old open space, and I don't know. What was that? You see that? What the hell? What is going on? Well, I might just put that in the video. And what the fuck? I'm gonna post a screenshot right now. Alright, I'm gonna send that in as a bug, because that's kind of sketchy. Put another one right there. Alright, I'm gonna send that in, because that's a bad bug. Don't know what that was. But I'm guessing this is where you used to be able to get up and go there. I've never actually done it before. I didn't know you could, but yeah, I guess no, that's not doable. There it is again. Anyways, see the motion blur a little bit. It's, I don't know, it makes me sick. I don't like it. It's fine right now, but when I'm actually like fighting, and I'm trying to do something, and I don't really like it. But I'll leave it on for this test server, just so you guys can see what it is, and how it changes stuff. But I kind of want to show you guys the new films. Find a good spot to look here. Just do it right here. Here is 1940s. No, I don't want to go back to the garage. Kind of dull and icky. I don't know. Muted. Same thing, it's just kind of dull. Contrast, a little okay. I don't know, I don't want to say better, but it's okay. No, I want to go settings. Soft colors. Now, if you guys are Instagrammers and you really want to use this, then okay. But I don't know. I haven't really found one that I like, but here's kind of the colors. Deep. Ooh. Oh yeah. Barrel wide deep. Actually, this one isn't too bad. Personally, I prefer to, excuse me, have just everything off. I don't know, that's just me. I like it this way. That's how I've played it for the last 3 years, so I think I'm just going to leave it. But if you guys, I mean, it's cool that they added it. It's a nice little touch, but I don't know, I'd rather have them working on something else than filters, to be honest. That's just me. I don't plan on using them. Looks like they added more of these things. I don't remember so many of these tents here. I don't remember so many of these trees either. These palm tree things. I mean, I don't know. Don't remember all that. Maybe it was here that they added more shrubbery. This kind of looks shrubberish. But there's a couple other maps they changed, and I'll show you those changes. Alright guys, now we're on El Haloof, which has received major changes. For one, you can already see it, this giant hill in the middle. Also, if you remember over here, you used to have to go around this corner. Didn't really have much cover, so a lot of people would just bum rush right down there. Well, now you can kind of go over here, and it's got a little bit of a path that it's got a little bit of cover from the lips on the side, which is nice. A lot more cover for this side, but basically you now have a little bit better of a run going down. And this water, holy crap, I heard that they took out a lot of this water, but I mean this is practically all gone. You can use a lot more of the space now. But they've added this little trail here. Basically they tried to make this area a little bit more usable, whereas before you used to have to go all the way up here to actually do stuff, or bum rush over here and try and get to this corner where I am right now before enemy tank destroyers lit up this line. This seems like it'll actually be a little bit more usable. I like these changes a lot. This hill makes it so you could actually go in the damn town now. I don't know if people will, but you could actually have people come down this hill over here, and they would actually be protected from up here, which is awesome. I think that personally this map was... I didn't mind this map, mostly because when I played Tank Destroyers I was able to just pick people off like nothing, but there's a lot more cover down here, as far as physical cover, not so much these bushes. I mean, these have always been down here. As far as I have also heard, over here on this northern part has been changed quite a bit, so that it's less campy, and you actually have a chance to not flank people, but get around. Oh, what is this? Oh, looks like they raised this part right here too. Yeah, that's quite a rock. I'm guessing that this is still where encounter part is. They got that rock right there for it. But yeah, it looks like they've also raised this up a little bit, so that you've got actually like two roads, whereas before it was kind of like a one road with a slope in the middle of it. So that's pretty cool. Seems like there's a lot more cover down here. I don't know, that might just be me. Just gonna quick get up here. More motion blur. Gurgler. Oh, yeah, rock was added right there. That wasn't here before. So, it looks like you can pretty much just drive right over. And, yeah, they flattened this out and raised parts of it, or maybe left it up and raised parts of it, and looks like you now can't really camp over here. I wonder if Artie can still hit you, but you can't, whereas before you could kind of like sit here and be at an angle and whatnot. Now it looks like you can't, which is interesting. It looks like you can go right up there. You can also go over here and around, whereas before it was a giant slope. Looks like now it's just about half of what it was. It also looks like you're getting a little bit of cover when you go up here, whereas before you were just a sitting duck. I like these changes, to be honest. You can maybe get right here. I mean, this tank would be perfect. I mean, you sit right here, drive up, maybe be able to side scrape a little bit. Get some flank shots right here. Wow. I mean, sure, you'll get shot up by tank destroyers sitting over there, but ooh, this could be interesting. Very. Get over here too. I mean, I know you could do that before, but you didn't. And now you've got like almost like a little lip. I mean, let's look at this. How much cover? Can't zoom out enough, but looks like you could haul down a little bit over here. Get some American tanks. Might bring my T-34 up here if I can, if I'm fast enough. I don't know. I think that's all the changes on this map. I like this map. To be honest, before I didn't mind it that much, but when I was in a heavy tank, it was a bitch to do. Now it seems like it'll actually be a little bit more interesting. A little bit of flank people and get around easier. I also had this rock right here. This all looks really nice. Looks like you could drive right over here, drive on this path, and get away from those tank destroyers that usually sit right there, and maybe get some flank shots up here. This looks like it'll be a little bit more dynamic. I hope people use this terrain better than they would normally, but I hope that this does a good number on this map, because I like this map. I hope it doesn't get removed. Yeah, that's about all for
Alright, now
this
we're
one.
on Karelia.
From what I hear, the bases have been redone a little bit. This is the autoloader, by the way, Type 5 Chiri, Tier 7. 12 seconds with a 50% crew, which is not bad at all. Supposedly, this has been flattened out a little bit and a lot of the rocks removed, but I don't see any differences. It might be the other one. But we'll go over quite a bit of this map has been reworked. Hopefully this won't take too long. I might have to speed up part of this. I thought this tank was faster, to be honest. I remember to be. This is like disorienting in sniper mode, that motion blur. But here, this is what I was talking about, the zoom. I don't know if I showed that before, but the zoom is a little bit smoother. Yeah. I suppose as long as I've got time, I might as well talk about some of the changes in game anyways. Airfield, Khmer and Live Oak, Sigfried Line, Sand River, Serene Coast, Swamp, Tundra have all been added to Team Battle map rotation. Also, battle achievements have been removed from Team Battle, so you can no longer get Top Gun, Sniper, etc. I believe. I don't know what the exact list were, but there's a bunch of that got removed. Later I'll show you that AP and APCR can now penetrate destructible objects, basically things like fences and benches and whatnot, before that were destroyable, undestroyable. That rock is new, if I can shoot straight. Looks like you can't shoot straight across anymore. I should have looked at that, but what I want to show you is up here a lot of this got flattened and such. And rocks apparently were removed, but it looks like I think there used to be a rock right here, and that got removed, and a lot of this has now just got like a little lip on the end, so you can possibly hull down, but that's about it. Looks like over here this might have an entryway from in the middle, or is that just getting flattened a little bit? No, it looks like it just got flattened. Looks like you're just more vulnerable to shots in the middle than you used to be. That's really most of the change. I don't remember this rock being so close. I think it used to be on the edge and now it's in the middle. But I think this rock right here will be a big help. I believe it stops you from... I'll look right now, but looks like a little water was added over there. Ooh, this got changed. It's a lot more. You can't looks like you can't camp right here so much. You used to be able to go all the way out there to camp, and it looks like there's not that big hole right here anymore. You can't just pile up back here. Oh, that rock isn't. Oh, that sucks. You can still camp right here, but it's not as easy. Oh, so that's changes over here. It looks like that rock was added. This was smoothed out. I'm guessing over on the other side it was smoothed out as well. Look at this base, but I'll tell you some other stuff. Just trying to find my notes. No. Apparently I'm just supposed to talk about how AP and APCR. But I'll do that later. once I get to port, which is going to have an interesting turn of events. Gun depression, stupid good. Gun elevation, not too shabby. Looks like this cliff is steeper. Rocks are the same. There it is again. There's the guy who I'm doing this with. And in case you're wondering, that is my EU account. So yes, that is an alternate. However, the EULA says that I can have one account per server, and that is for the forums. I've basically had him for a while, and he's namely for forums. I used him mostly for back when team battle, or not team battles, historical battles were big. Oh, there, you just saw it. I can shoot through this box, and I'll get the ground behind it. Wasn't really planning on showing that yet, but you can see that there. Yeah, it kind of looks flatter over here, nothing big. Kind of over here, you could still drive over here before, but looks like it's a little easier. Not too big of a change. It looks like this rock. Oh no, there it is. That's the rock. Not crazy changes, very subtle. Nothing too big. As I was saying, that is my alternate account for the EU server. So technically, I am allowed to have one per server, per cluster, or whatever you want to call it. So, not breaking the EULA. But that is, I've only used him for test servers and for how would you like to call it? Forums. Sorry, couldn't remember the word for it. This seems more open. Supposedly rocks have been removed, but you know I don't go over here very often. When I do, it's in a fast medium, and I try and take as much of this land as possible before basically peekabooing. But it does seem smoother, but it doesn't seem like rocks have been taken out. I don't know. It seems fairly similar. That's about all. It's really changed here. Yeah, seems like about it. Alright, that's all for this map. Hello guys, and welcome to Mines. This time I'm using my STA-1, and we are going to be going, and there are two big spots, the hill and this little crest over here that are changed. Before, this crest over here had overlapping bushes, so you would get a 25% cover from each one, which you get the double cover, and basically made it so it's very hard to spot people before. However, now, as you can see, a lot of it's been removed. In fact, just about all of it, besides this little bush over here. So if you want to sit here, hope to hell you've got good turret armor, because there's no point. What the hell is that? Looks like there's a dead tank over there that I want to go investigate. Yeah, I really like this mouse scrolling. Motion blur, not so much, but this is awesome. But basically that was the big change over here. Next I'll go to the hill, but I want to just investigate this tank over here, because it looks like it's a, oh, it's just a truck. Oh. Oh, well that's not as cool as I thought it would be. Freaking truck. Fixing your goddamn light bulb, what the fuck? I don't want you. Right, I'm gonna go look at the hill, and there are two big changes here. For one, the hill has been steepened. I don't know how to say it, but it's harder now to shoot down at tanks from the hill, so the effectiveness of before you can kind of drive about a quarter of the way down and use your gun depression to shoot down on people sitting here, whereas now you can kind of see it, it's a little bit more steep, And number two, I'll show you, is the corner over here that used to be Camp Fest for heavy tanks is less of one. Um, Personally, didn't really have a big problem with this corner. I really like this map. It's the first map I ever played a game on, and it's the first map I ever got a kill on, which is a pretty big map. I love this map, but I don't want to do it, but it's so much steeper that you can't really go over the side anymore. You have to use purely gun depression. You can't drive your tank over as much without slipping and falling. Same applies over here. It's much steeper, harder to do. And over here, and over here, and lastly, over here. This one's got quite a bit of lip. It looks like you could almost haul down to shoot at the TDs. They usually sit up on the A4 area, and you can kind of shoot over there. I like this change. It makes the hill less needed, but it's still, you're obviously gonna need it if you want to support your people, or your friends, allies, whatever the hell you want to call them. This right here is nice. Before you kind of shoot through there, now you have to actually show yourself. That was a bitch before, because you get like a bad chat to sit up there. And as you can see, if I even try and go over, I go over, which I didn't really mean to do that, but it works. This is the big thing, I think, that got changed. Now you can go right here to drive through, or if you are fast enough, you can get to this side of it and fight on this side, which is cool. Makes this a little bit more dynamic, makes it a little bit, you can support your TDs back here, and over there can actually support a little bit more, and it makes it so that you can actually flank people if they come over here. They don't have to because before, this side I felt like had a big advantage. Before, you come over on this side, have a guy sit right there, and have a guy, there's like a hill over here, drive right up here. If you get gun depression, shoot down the people here, or if there's any TDs back there, focus on them. And that was basically how I played this corner. If I was over on this side, however, I always sat on like that house right there and would snipe over here while somebody else didn't really come up to this corner because you could flank them, but would kind of peekaboo over here. They saw someone up there. Basically, proximity spot is what I mean. If you had a guy up here, it's very helpful, but now a lot of that has changed. Again, like the changes, I hope that this map becomes a little bit more dynamic. I didn't really feel like this map was a big problem, but obviously it was because they changed it. But that's about it for this map. Hello guys, and welcome to Steps, last map that got changed. This time we're in the STB-1, went from tier 8 to tier 10. This is a very fun tank. I love this tank. If I had a choice between like stopping all grinds and getting this tank like right now, I would. It's just too much fun. It's kind of like the Leopard, but it's not. I mean, I really wish I had enough free XP to get this thing, because it's fun. It's not overpowered per se, but it's not underpowered at all. The big thing that got changed, one, hills, a lot more of them, and number two, hills, a lot more of them. As you can see, already more hills here. It'll help you attacking this side. You get a little bit of cover, a little bit of ridge here. Basically, it stops you from being able to speed across the map, going full speed recklessly, for one, and number two, it gives a lot more cover. Before, supposedly this northern side had a lot easier time going over here because of these hills, so the southern side, aka the side I spawned on, got this large hill right here, which wasn't here before, and that covers you basically going across, which is nice. A lot more cover going down, and I think that'll help for some of the slower tanks in the game instead of getting spotted and destroyed before they even get over there. But to be honest, I think that they should go over to the left anyways if you're slow. I personally feel like this is a medium light tank area. I don't like heavy tanks over here, because I feel like this is the most dynamic part, whereas over there was a lot less dynamic. However, in my opinion, it does not matter that much, if at all, so it didn't do anything for anybody, so it got changed. um, a little bit more hilly, not so much over here. I think that it was more over to the right that got changed, but I mean, little hill right here, don't remember that, but it's kind of hilly over here. I don't remember that path, but um, for the most part, it was just hills that were added to give it a little bit more variation in grade and whatnot. Um, that's about all the changes to this map. Yeah, I think that's about it. Just get over here and make sure. This looks a little more steep, but that, not too many changes. I can't, yeah, it doesn't seem that bad. Yeah, that's about it. Hey guys, and welcome to the final part of this video. We are in the map port with the tank Type 61, which is the tier 9 for the new Japanese. And the reason we are here, well, there's actually two reasons. The first one is because this tank, not this tank, but this map rather, is not going to be around for much longer. I believe as of 9.0, which is supposedly going to be the next patch that comes out, this map will be removed because supposedly there was a imbalance of win rates on the two star sides between the red side over here and the green side. Apparently one of the two was winning more often than the other, and they couldn't find a way to fix that. So this map will actually be removed, which is unfortunate, because I actually kind of like this map. I think there's other maps out there that I would much rather see removed compared to this one, but it's not really up to me, is it? The other reason I'm here is because there's a lot of destructible stuff, and one of the big things that's coming in version 8.10 is the ability to penetrate destructible objects with AP and APCR rounds. So if I look at this wall, if you see my reticle right there, I'm aiming at the wall. I am going to probably hit both trucks. I'm not sure if I'm going to hit both. I know I'm going to hit this purple one though. Yeah, I missed the green one, but you see I shot through the wall and into that tank truck. This happens to, I believe, all new destructible objects. Basically, if you can run it over with a tank, you can shoot it with a gun. Now, with heat rounds and HE rounds, this does not happen. I'll this time aim for that red truck. And it gets absorbed by the wall. And this is because heat rounds and HE rounds have a trigger on them, so once they, like the nose of it is crushed by concrete or steel in the car or steel in a tank, it triggers the explosive inside, which means that it can't penetrate multiple things. That's why spaced armor works so well against HE and heat rounds, because it will explode in between the spaces in the armor. I also want to show you that this works on penetrating tanks, which is the really big, sorry, not this way, the next one, the really big update that comes with this idea that you can penetrate destructible objects. I have here an IS-4, and I am going to shoot through a couple cars to get that IS-4. So let's try and shoot through this blue and beige, I guess, one. Yep, got right through. And I'm only using the side of this thing just because I don't want to, accidentally bounce. Get through the red one. Oh, I also got the... No, I didn't. Let's see how many I can get in a row. That'll be too low. One thing you do have to know, if you're trying to shoot through this vehicle, and to get to that tank, you can't see the outline in red when you look through a car. So you have to understand that if you're aiming at the side, and you aim at this truck, you have to kind of aim up a little bit to hit it. Now I don't want to accidentally cap here, but I also want to show you that you can't shoot through buildings that can't be destroyed by your tank. As in, if you were to try and run this over like that, you can't try to then shoot through that yet. Eventually they say they will implement that, but not just yet. So right now I'm aiming at that building, and if it went through, it would be able to hit that truck. As you can see, it doesn't go through. It's just like the old days. It does basically leaves a little mark on it, and that's about it. So that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. I am going to be uploading a few other version 8.10 videos very soon. So if you subscribe, you can check those out once they come out. I'll be doing a review of this tank, the tier 8 and the tier 10 for sure, and I'm not sure about the rest of them. I'll try and get the tier 7, but it's already onto the second round of the test server, so for me to get in low tiers is going to be really hard. So, see y'all later. Bye.